Jada saga continues yet again. Back at Jada's emasculating platform, Red Table Talk, 50-year-old Pinkett Smith was interviewing actress Gwyneth Paltrow when they got into a discussion of marriage and relationships. And Jada, being Jada, said this. In case you missed it, here's the clip.
Will and I talk about a lot is the journey. I mean, we started in this at a very young age. 22 years old. It's crazy. That's why the accountability part really hit for me because I think you expect your partner to know, especially when it comes to sex.
Right.
It's like, well, if you love me, you should know.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you love me,
you should be able to read
you
my
should
mind.
read my...
After the preview of the clip was released, social media went crazy, with fans saying all kinds of things like Will can't get a break, or Will, you need to divorce her. Well, while Jada was at home having a red table talk about Will's alleged lack of performance in the bedroom, Will was at the office with his son Jaden, taking care of business. In case you missed it, here's the clip.
Are you in there, Scotty? You're leaning, Scotty, so they can see your face. There you go. There's Scotty. So this is how we sign book. Look at this. Look at this machinery. Look at this machinery. Do y'all see this? This is how you get it done. Trinidad, Philly, and LA working together. That was always crazy that it never dawned on me that my kids were from LA.
Yeah, right?
My kids are like, it just, when you
I
just
hear you,
assume
Jackie. I hear you. Whitney, I see
where
you.
you are.
Lady Snoop.
But if the East Coast, West Coast thing would have broke out, broke out in the house.
Man.
Jada against the rest of y'all.
I'm done.
We had to do them little jokers in their sleep.
James laughed though, man. The fuck was that? And I thought my laugh was fucked up.
Y'all can see I'm signing my books for real. Some jokers boots. If you get a bent one, that's yours. That's what you know it's authentic. Jokers be fake signing their books or having they Uncle Rodney sign them. I had my signature legally changed to just Will. It's like the W. There's a little bit of an S in there, but Whoopi Goldberg can sign her signature without looking. I saw her do that one time. She do that. Yeah, okay. I put a little extra sauce on that one. Yeah, that one wasn't good. If you get one that doesn't look good, it was that one.
But the attacks from the fans didn't stop there. Memes started appearing all over the web, depicting Jada as the man in the relationship and Will as a simp with no nuts. In other words, fans are saying instead of Will being an almond joy, he's more like a mound. Some fans even hit their social medias putting out a bit of a public service announcement, saying we need to actually save Will from Jada, and asking Jada why is she disrespecting a legend.
Son, we gotta save Will Smith, bro. We have to save the Fresh Prince
You gotta save the Fresh
from his wife. Jada, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Like, what did he do, son? Like, the man is already still dealing with August Alsina backlash. Like, every month you come out with another reason you don't fuck with him. Like, damn. You're still in love with Tupac. Everybody knows you're still in love with Tupac. And can you leave him alone? Son, Will Smith is a legend, bro. Why are you doing this, bro? Why are you doing this?
Jada is too disrespectful. I
Isn't
totally
it weird,
agree.
though? It's like someone doesn't read your mind and we feel crushed. Here she go. Crushed! Like, why are you screaming like that right there? Crushed! Like, oh my God! Nah, son. You can't be yelling crushed when it comes to our sex life. Like, you can't be doing that. You can't just be out here like, crushed!
Yeah, damn! Niggas out here talking about saving Will like he actually in danger.
Yes, detective.
Cabin's fine. Save me.
So after everything was said and done, Will finally responded, stating what's actually going on with him and Jada's 23-year marriage.
We're gonna get into
In
this.
case you missed it, here's the clip.
Me and Jada was reflecting about love. And I asked her, I said, what did she think was, one of the biggest revelations that she had about love? She said that you cannot make a person happy. And I thought that was a real deep idea. You can make a person smile, you can make a person feel good, you can make a person laugh, but whether or not a person is happy is deeply and totally and utterly out of your control. I remember the day I retired. I literally said to Jada, that's it. I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy. I need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. And after we cracked the hell up, we started talking about, we came into this false romantic concept that somehow when we got married that we would become one. And what we realized is that we were two completely separate people on two completely separate individual journeys. And that we were choosing to walk our separate journeys together. But her happiness was her responsibility, and my happiness was my responsibility. And we decided that we were going to find our individual, internal, private, separate joy. And then we were going to present ourselves to the relationship and to each other already happy. Not coming to each other, begging with our empty cups out, demanding that she fill my cups, the cup, and demanding that she meet my needs.
Okay, let me stop this right now. First of all, let's get into this conversation. All right. Regina said it was over a long time ago. Let's get into this conversation. First of all, salute to everybody on this late night watch right now, whatever case. But I just put my daughter in the bed. Hopefully I don't wake her up, so I'm going to keep my voice down as much as I can. But if she starts moving around and she say, Daddy, I'm out. I am out. End of live. But the fact of the matter is, I just heard what Will said, and it sounds good. It briefs well. But the fact of the matter is, when you are in a relationship, it is your responsibility to be consistent in a relationship, right? It is your responsibility to be loyal. It is a responsibility to be trustworthy. It's your responsibility to bring your A game. My thought process is with this whole Will and Jada Smith, at some point in time, they figured out, you know what? You just do you, I'm going to do me, and we're going to save the brand. It was more about saving the brand than, going their separate ways or whatever case may be. I mean, for some reason, Jada Smith, she feels that, I'm going to go on Red Table Talk and I'm going to spill. She's giving information that normally women would give in a beauty salon. Women would give their home girl, like doing, painting with a twist, or just on an outing or something, overnight stay. Like, she's giving that type of information to the world. And it's kind of like it's embarrassing for Will. It's emasculating for Will. Now, Will is not a perfect dude. I'm not going to sit here and act like everything he's done has been perfect. But she seems to be more vocal about their internal relationship, which is interesting to me because my thought process is, well, you said you're still in love with Tupac. You said that, August Alsina, he was great in bed, he had, a perfect package. And now you kind of like, to me, you're throwing shade at a man, to me, that has really, really supported you throughout the years. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys think about it. I think if you're in a relationship, I'm supposed to bring my A game. Before you tell the world that I am bad in bed, baby girl, tell me. We need to watch some Pornhub. We need to watch Wesley Pipes and D-Ass. We need to watch different sites and get our thing together. Let's keep it spicy. Let's keep it spontaneous. But to me, sitting in front of the world complaining about it, that's a different narrative. You see what I'm saying? That's a different story. Is she saying that she is so great in bed that, you know what I'm saying, Will just he just doesn't measure up? Is he saying that, you know, he used to be bad in bed, that he doesn't measure up? I listened to what Will Smith said. And I don't know if you guys caught it or whatever case may be, but I'm hoping that you caught it. But it's almost like I've given up on a relationship and I'm just trying to make myself happy. You do what you need to do to make yourself happy. But why be together then? Why be together? Why say this is my wife? You see what I'm saying? Why say, okay, we're under one roof? If that's the case, then go your separate ways. Or is it cheaper to keep her? Is it cheaper to keep her? Hey, listen, we know we're gonna die old together, whatever. You go do you, I'm gonna do me. And does that really play? How does that play with the kids? Do you give your kids those standards and morals? Because I'm sure they can see it. Gina says she's the controller in that relationship because she don't care. I definitely think that she has a free spirit mentality. She's like one of those women that was like, y'all remember the hippies back in, you know what I'm saying, back in the day or whatever, kind of like that free love and free spirit. And I'm not saying that she's sleeping around with everybody. I'm just saying she just, to me, gives me that free love, free spirit. You know, I'm just trying to be one with myself. I'm trying to, you know, explore and experience all. And Will, to me, is just like he's just kind of like going along for the ride. Will Smith got with a woman that is a shooting star. Now we know that Will Smith is the bigger star, but I'm saying it's like I want to have something that I know it's going to be difficult for me to hold on to. It's like going out and buying an expensive car. You know you can't keep up with the maintenance, but you just want to have it. You want to have your time with it. You want to lease it for a little bit. So I think that his lease has expired. I think his lease has expired or whatever case may be. And right now he's just trying to hold on. He's trying to find maybe he's trying to find a way out. He's trying to find, you know, I never heard a man who had a woman say, I'm just trying to make me happy. I've never heard a man out loud say, man, I'm just trying to make me happy. You know, I'm not worried. I'm going to let her make herself happy. I can make her smile. I can make her, you know, this, that, and the other, but I can't make her happy. She has to make herself happy for herself. Now, I understand about self-esteem. I get it. Self-esteem, the key word, self. I get it. I get self-esteem. But for a husband to say that it is not my job to make sure that my wife is happy, I don't know how you guys feel about that. You know, it's almost like you've given up on a relationship. You've abandoned hope. You feel like, you know, it's not worth fighting for. That, you know, your time is more valuable than your relationship, your marriage. And then when you tell the public, this is the issue when you bring your relationship to the public, because now the public who don't have all the details, they pass judgment. They pass judgment. Who knows? Will could be a womanizer. Will can be an adulterer. Will could be, you know, in the strip club every night. Will could be doing a whole lot of crazy stuff. But for right now, the outside looking in, you know, I don't know, man. Will to me looked like, you know, he looked like he getting played a little bit. We need to help Will. Will, call me. I'm just saying, I feel like he getting played a little bit, man, and it's interesting. Or maybe he just really living his best life, and he really doesn't. He's really not concerned what she does personally, which made it so easy for August to be available in that situation. I mean, he talked about, you know, them talking about splitting up, and for, you know, one way or another, or whatever, they end up coming back together. But is it one of those things where you feel like it's cheaper to keep her? You feel like if he divorces her, she's going to try to take everything he has? I'm just saying. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think it's your mate's responsibility to keep you happy, or is it your individual responsibility to keep yourself happy? I don't know. It just seems like to me that if I'm going to complain or if I'm going to have concerns, if I want to address something, then I would first address it with the person I'm in a relationship with. I'm not going to address it with the world and then they find out on the back end and now I'm still expecting them to handle the situation. I'm still expecting them to be great in the bedroom. I'm still expecting them to be courteous, to be consistent. It's almost like, man, since you told the world, I'm gonna let the world deal with it. I'm gonna fall back. I'm good on you. I'm straight. I'm about to go do another movie, get another couple million, and I'm gonna do me. I think, Will, to be honest with you, I think some people just get comfortable in their chaos. You just get used to it. Like, what would it take for you to actually leave a situation? For most people, it takes something drastic. A lot of people stay together. They stay together because, they make these excuses of why they stay together, right? Even though they want to leave. Well, I'm staying together because my money ain't right. I'm staying together because my credit ain't right. I'm staying together because my kids. I'm staying together because I'm just waiting on that new job to come. I'm staying together because I'm waiting for to see if the grass is greener on the other side. If there's a new man out there or a new woman out there. So we make these excuses up on a daily basis of why we're staying in toxic situations. I wonder what's the excuse why Will and Jada Smith stays together? Because my thought process is, why marry a woman who says I'm in love with another man? Can you imagine a woman telling you, I'm in love with my high school sweetheart? I'm in love with the guy I went to college with. Or ladies, can you imagine a man saying, I'm in love with, my first baby mama or my first this and my first. Can you imagine someone telling you that I can give you a little piece of my heart, but I can't give you all of my heart? I can give you some of my attention, but I can't give you 100% of my attention. What would you do? I was watching the commentary on Love After Lockup, Trill TV. She did a great job at kind of breaking that down, and I was kind of talking about that as well. Like, people go to such extents to find love, to find someone that will be there for them, to the point where it's almost like if you can't find love naturally, then you find people that are so beaten down or broken or have been robbed of something. Love After Lockup, or it really breaks down people being, of course, criminals taken from society because their freedom has been taken away. And what it is, you reach out to these criminals who are now getting out, who have no place to stay, have little family, little money, and then you come along and you say, well, I can offer you a place to stay. I can offer you money. And what I want to return is, I want a quick wedding. I want you to be head over heels for me. I want you to only respond to me. I want you to give me attention. I want you to give me sex. I want you to give me time. I want you to give me validation. So it's basically two inmates or two criminals in the situation. It's the people who've committed the crime of larceny, of this, of that, of this, and they got locked up. And then it's the people who go online and they prey on those inmates because they say, I know you don't have anything, so I'm gonna put some money on your books. I'm gonna send you a couple dollars. You see what I'm saying? But when you get out, you belong to me. There's the season 2 right now. There's a female on it. I can't recall her name. Maybe you guys know her name. For some reason, I don't see the comments. Hold on, let me see. Okay, Uncle Stu, I see you. But there's a female on there right now. She's from Houston, and she's dealing with this guy, and she reminds me of someone that I know, and I really have a discord for her because she's a nasty person. But she, I guess, was waiting for this guy for I think it was 6 months or 11 months or whatever. So she was putting money on his book. So she went on this website. Now, you're a grown woman and you're a successful woman, right? And you say, there's all of these free guys out there. There are all of these eligible bachelors, and you go on. I want you to think about the mentality of how far some people go to get love. Right? You go on a website where these are inmates who are in jail. And this guy was in the feds. So you go on this website, you say, okay, I'm just shopping. Okay, I'm looking for somebody tall, dark, and handsome. Right? So boom, bingo, I find X, Y, and Z. So then I email him and I say, hey, look, I'm interested in you or whatever case be. When is your release date? He says, I get out in 11 months. She said, I'm going to put this money on your books. Don't worry about it. But in the process of me doing that, this is what I want in return. Now, you got to think about it. I'm an inmate and I don't really have anything on the outside waiting for me. I don't really have no access to any funds. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a home. I don't have a job. I want you guys to think about this. So I'm kind of in a rut. So me as an inmate that has a woman reaching out to me saying, hey, what's up? I'm going to say whatever it is you want me to say. I want you to think about the psychology in this. I'm going to do whatever it is you want me to do. And then what happens is the 11 months has passed. You've been putting money on that person's book, and now you expect them to get out of jail, get out of prison, and now you expect them to basically be your patsy. People will do anything for love, anything for that validation, anything for that in-house vagina, in-house penis. They will do anything. And the thing about it is, it's like instead of going out into society and saying, I'm going to start dating, they then reach out to these prisoners that are behind bars for crimes and say, I want to start dating you. I want you to think about the mentality of that. I want you to think about the mentality of someone reaching out to an inmate, your sibling, your mother, a friend of yours, saying, I'm going to reach out to people that are already locked up for crimes and say, I'm going to find me love. It's not find me love. I'm going to buy me love. I wonder, did Will find Jada or did Jada find Will? I wonder, was it a money thing? Was it a sex thing? Was it okay, I'm going to uplift you, you uplift me thing? I wonder what it really broke down to. Like, what was the infatuation with Jada Smith? Now, don't get me wrong. I done seen Jason's lyric. Now, I done watched Jason's lyric a couple times. I was in the field. Oh boy, they was in the field, but really I was in the field with Jada. I was like, okay, let me give me some bug spray, because I don't want no ants biting me on the ass while I'm doing what I need to do. I'm just saying, what I'm saying. So I just, I seen her as an actor. I said, yo, hey, she's pretty cool, she's pretty dope, or whatever case be. But we all know Will from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, what I'm saying, who did a phenomenal job making that, that sitcom pop or whatever. So I think they both had a great personality. I just think that right now, is it possible that she's going through a midlife crisis? Maybe when Tupac passed away, a little bit of her passed away. Maybe when she stopped messing with August Alsina, maybe a little bit of her passed away. I have no idea, but I do know that it is very interesting because you send this message out that when you have a problem in your relationship, the first thing that you need to do is air it out. Red Table Talk. These are not women that are therapists. Okay, these are not your everyday average women, but everyday average women watch these things and they feel like, okay, I'm going to now air out all my dirty laundry about my relationship. And I think the issue is you kind of come back to the one-dimensional Derek Jackson, where it was, I'm going to deflect all my issues, or I'm going to fall on the sword and say, you know what, I'm at fault, I'm to blame, I need to heal, etc., etc., etc. But ladies and gentlemen, when you're in a relationship, you can do all the reflecting that you want to do as an individual, but it's about the collective. It's about everybody in that relationship. If I say, you know what, I'm going to start being more consistent, I'm going to start being more spontaneous, I'm going to start being more loving and caring, that has nothing to do on the person that I'm dating. It has nothing to do with that. So it's up to them to match my energy. It's up to them to want to do it themselves. So what happens is with the Red Table Talk is you talk about self-reflection. You talk about building. You talk about how great you want your relationship and how far it's come, etc., etc. But if you don't do that with Will, then it's lopsided. So your expectations, your growth, your journey, you can't do it alone. And I see a lot of people in relationships. Hell, I've done it. You level up, but the person that you with, they're still stuck behind you. So now instead of moving forward and worrying about the goals that you've set moving forward, you're steadily looking back saying, hey, come on. Come on, and they're trying so hard to keep up with you. But some people, I'm gonna be honest with you, some people ain't even trying to keep up with you. They done sat down, they done took a nap, they done detoured, they've been dragging you, they've been holding you down. They just kind of like, go ahead, I'll catch up with you. But you all over social media talking about relationship goals and this is my new boo. Some of y'all get a new boo every 30 days. Some of y'all, hey, come on now, come on now. I would say I'm gonna say it slow. I'm about to piss somebody off. Some of y'all get a new boo every 30 days, and then you have everybody in your business because you want to showcase to your homegirls, your homeboys, look what I got. Look at the trophy wife, look at the trophy husband, or whatever case may be. But 30 days ago, they were in another relationship. So nobody's really healing. So we talk about Hollywood and we talk about the Illuminati and we talk about all of these things, but the fact of the matter is, it's a lot of people who are not celebrities trying to live this celebrity status, trying to live this celebrity lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So they're trying to go through the same routines of I can break up with this person this week and then be in a full-blown relationship next week. And some people even jumped into this whole thing, well, let's go to the justice of peace and let's get married. Okay, let's go back, get a divorce. Okay, let's go. I'm going to meet somebody else and I'm going to go to justice of peace. So they complete the same routine. I had a friend and her goal was to, every man she meets, she immediately jumps into a relationship. She immediately says, "This is my man." This is this is that. We're. I mean, they're borderline staying with each other. And I used to say, like, why do you put yourself through so much hardship? Like, why do you, like, you immediately give the person the keys to your house. You immediately letting them drive your car. You immediately give them access to everything that you own. And I used to be like, man, you shouldn't be so trusting to that extent. And sure enough, you know what I'm saying? Sure enough, she ran into one guy who just totally took advantage of her. And I think she knows now. She knows better now, but it was just kind of like, you allow people into your life, into your space of serenity, and you expect people to cherish it, but they don't cherish it because they didn't cherish you. You gave them the access and they didn't earn it. Will Smith is talking about, hey man, I'm just trying to make me happy. She needs to find her own way. Can you imagine walking into a club and talking to a woman, and women are very good at being direct. I've seen certain things, and men are too, but it all depends on your maturity level. But people are getting better at being direct, which is great. But the thing about it, can you imagine someone saying, I don't need you to make me happy. I just want your companionship. Can you imagine someone telling you that? I don't need you to make me happy. I just need your companionship. How many people would say, okay, I'm cool with that? Or how many people would be like, I don't understand? Is the responsibility for you to be happy an individual responsibility? And does it just stop at your spouse? Does it also extend to your kids? It is your responsibility to be happy, young man. It is your responsibility to be happy, young lady. Can you imagine extending that? You should make your own self happy. I do believe that a lot of people get in relationships and they're not happy with themselves. Now that's a difference. Happy is a couple different levels. They're not happy with themselves, and they're looking for someone to help them find themselves. They're looking for someone to give them happiness on a platter. How many women do you know right now? If you're a man, you got to have this many cars, or this size house, or this much money in the bank, and you got to have this much credit. And here's the thing: the people that's doing the demanding, the people that's beating their chest and screaming and hollering, "You better have this," they don't have it themselves. Do you know how many? And it's so crazy. Oh my God. Do you know how many women I've dated in the past that have given me this resume, which is great. I'm with it. I'm with the smoke. I'm with the smoke. Give me this resume of everything that a man's supposed to have, right? Hey, you're supposed to have this, you're supposed to have, and it's cool. It's cool. But what I do is I take the same resume that you require me to have, and I say, well, let me check this out. Okay, well, what's your credit score? Right? You know what I'm saying? You got people, first of all, they don't know nothing about credit. Forget a credit score. They don't even know how to get it. That's one. Two, they're living with someone else, but you need to have your own place. You need to have a house with a couple rooms in it so they can come and stay. I want you to see the mentality. You don't have what you require. When Will met Jada, there was no, you can't tell me that their pay was parallel. You see what I'm saying? Can you imagine, you know what I'm saying, Jada Smith telling Will, or Jada Pinkett telling Will Smith, hey, you better have a house with 6 rooms in it. But she was staying in the garage in her mama house. And that's what I kind of see. I see a lot of unrealistic expectations, or whatever case may be. It's from men and women, from men and women, from men and women. And my thought process is, I don't mind building with someone. That's not a problem. You don't need to come already ready made. Now, there are some things that I think that everyone says there's a zero tolerance for. Zero tolerance for, in regards to saying you need to have these things in order for us to move on. I get it. But be realistic about it. You can't demand, if you stay in a studio apartment, you can't say that they need to have a 5-bedroom home. If you don't have a vehicle, you can't say, well, you need to have a brand new 2021 X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? The unrealistic expectations. And then a lot of people are very vocal about their demands. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I see certain content creators, again, like Cynthia G and other content creators who say, you know, these are bad men. These are people that are not successful. My thought process is, will you measure up to someone that is successful? When you sit down and you go on dates or whatever case may be, and someone says, hey, okay, my credit score is 765, right? What's your credit score? She says, oh, well, you know, my credit score is 543. Okay. All right. Hey, I own my own business or whatever case may be, and I have, you know what I'm saying, about 25 employees. Oh, well, you know, I'm a manager at the local fast food restaurant. Okay. You know, and you get into that dialogue back and forth. My thing about it is, if you don't measure up, then be humble with your demands. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. You can't be riding the bus and then say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I got a fresh bus pass, but you need to have a fresh car. I just feel like, you know, when I don't hear those songs. What's that damn song by that lady? K Michelle, you can't raise a man or something who act like a boy or something. Like, I don't hear songs, men doing songs like that. I don't hear them. Maybe I heard it and I forgot or whatever, but I don't hear too many songs like that or whatever case may be. I think men are more accepting of women that are not in a great position in life. I think your personality and your looks, and I think people will probably agree with me when you say that's for everybody, you know, across the board or whatever. Because if you look good and your personality is great, people will be more inclined to work with you. And I would agree. I would tend to agree. But I don't sit around a lot of successful men who worry about, well, she has to be making this much money. I think if he's feeling her, he likes her, he wants to get to know her, then it's cool. But I think that what's happening now is that people are saying, well, let me provide some standards to the situation. Let me make sure that you got X, Y, and Z or whatever. And no matter how many times a person say you need to have X, Y, and Z, I always see people bend the rules. There's not a lot of people who stick to the script. It's not a lot of people who stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just not. You know, so when I think about this whole Jada and Will thing or whatever, I think that their personal relationship should remain personal because a lot of things have been exposed or whatever case be. There were a lot of women that were happy for Jada that she had sex with that August guy, cheering her on, cheering her on. You know what I'm saying? And there, of course, you know, Will came out. I think within the last 90 days, and was like, hey, you know, I was doing my thing too. And then when you hear what he says right now, it's kind of like, okay, they both was doing their things. However, she decided to, I guess, sleep with her son's friend for some reason. But the thought process, if you're with someone who doesn't make you happy, should you stay with them? Should you stay with them? Is it worth it? You don't make me happy. You don't do it for me. You're not the it factor for me. You don't give me butterflies. You don't make me, you know what I'm saying, blush. You know what I'm saying? You don't make me feel giddy. I was talking to a friend of mine. He was like, man, a lot of these guys out here spending money on these females, you know, and they don't got to. I don't got to. He was like, yo, man, I don't spend no money on these females. You know, these bras, this and these bras, that, and this and this and this. And I was listening to him talk or whatever it could be. And I know for a fact that if a female is feeling you, you know what I'm saying, the effort to put in is bare minimum. But if she's not, then she's going to send you through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? There was I'm gonna reference back to that Love After Lockup. So the guy gets out of prison or whatever case may be. The one female says, okay, well, I want you to buy me expensive things and I want you to take me here and I want you to do this. And I'm just like, your thoughts of what he should be doing based on what he's prioritizing in his life is two totally different things. And I think we meet a lot of people like that. Like they want to travel to Dubai, but before they met you, they weren't doing no traveling. See what I'm saying? They want to go buy a brand new car, but before they met you, they were not in a position to buy a brand new car. You see what I'm saying? Now it was great to help people, to support people, but it's another thing to have to do for people. And there's a lot of people out there looking for people that can do something for them versus support them in what they're doing. So, I mean, I listened to the whole, you know, the Jada thing or whatever. And of course, you know, these guys are well off. They have I think two biological children. And I think he has another son or something. Will has another son or something. But, yeah, I just think it's disrespectful, man. I think that if you're gonna be in relationships, then you need to deal with that relationship. You guys sit down and work out the situation. If that's between you and that other person, or you, that other person, and someone that's professional. Too many people giving out advice that are not in successful relationships and don't know how to be in successful relationships. But we tend to, for some reason, those people are always available to give advice. And when you open up the door, and that's what I feel like that's like somebody going to open up the front door and saying, this is what's happening in my relationship. Y'all come on in with y'all insecurities and y'all bitterness and y'all vindictiveness, and y'all come tell us how we should live our life. Well, the thing is, when you open the door and you tell people to come on in, everybody don't want to see you happy. Everybody don't want to see you happy. People want to see you miserable. They want to see your relationship fail. They don't want to hear about you got a new job. They don't want to hear about you traveling. You done lost some weight. You done leveled up in reference to your business. You done got your credit up. They don't want to hear that. And when they do hear it, they're sitting about like, how can I fuck this up for them? How can I mess this up for them? What can I do to provide some type of negativity to hurt their life? Because here's the thought process. I'm looking at them and them being happy and me being miserable. I'm trying to say, well, how can I get some company? And that's what I feel like Jada Pinkett is doing. It's like, well, if you're not happy in your relationship and your thought process is, well, let me just tell everybody what's going on in my relationship or whatever case be. with the finances that you have and the network that you have of friends, why don't you sit down with a therapist and push that information out? And I think that here's the issue. I think that when you get a lot of people that love to sit around and just talk about their problems and air out their problems, and they don't care who's hurt in the process. Like the whole red table talk to me is a bunch of shenanigans, because what's being solved? Let me sit here and let me dump all of this stuff out into the ozone, but it's always at somebody else's expense. And I think that's the issue. When you have a conversation, it's always at somebody else's expense. If you want to sit there and say, hey, listen, I was a bad person, I was a fuck up, I was doing this and this and the third, okay, great. But when you come and you say, yeah, my sex wasn't the greatest, or my sex life wasn't the greatest with my husband, or my sex life wasn't the greatest with my wife, that's at somebody else's expense. You know what I'm saying? That's at somebody else's expense, and that somebody, people know. People know. So now I got to come back and now I got to say, well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we tried different techniques, and we tried this, and we went over here and we spiced things up, and we role played, and we brung other people into to the situation. I did everything I could, but for some reason she wasn't happy. Is that for the world to know? What you do in your bedroom? Like, for some reason that seemed like a reoccurring topic. What you do in your bedroom seems like a reoccurring topic for a lot of people. Black is black. I hear you. I hear you. Uncle Stu, I appreciate that, man. It's late, man. I got you, man. I just wanted to explore this topic a little bit more. I was kind of listening to other people's commentary, and I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was cool, but I just feel like it was interesting when Will Smith said, I'm in this relationship, I'm in this marriage, and and I'm only concerned about making me happy. I'm not concerned about making her happy. That's her responsibility. That's her job. How many people would be in a relationship who said, with someone who says, I'm not responsible for making you happy? Me personally, okay, at the age that I am, 20-year Army veteran, just traveling around the world, I've led numerous soldiers, I've been in numerous relationships. I've never heard someone tell me that I was not responsible while in the relationship for making them happy. I've never heard it. So I was like, oh, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. Because when you do your wedding vows, will that be in your wedding vows? I know I'm not responsible for making you happy. Well, who responsible? Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. If you ain't going to be courageous enough, responsible enough, accountable enough, loyal enough, trustworthy enough, consistent enough, spontaneous enough to do what you got to do to make me happy, I don't need you. There's no need to get married. There's no need to be like, oh, here's my last name. There's no need for us to live in the same household. There's no need for us to have kids. Like, if you're not going to do what you need to do in order to make me happy. Now, I'm not saying buy me the moon. I'm saying if you're not going to do what you need to do to make me happy, on just an average effort at best. But when you come into the situation, you say, hey, it ain't my job to make you happy. Go find happiness. Then why does she need you? Why does he need you? And you got to imagine how many people are going to hear that message and now start dating people like you, like you and I, start dating our children and say, it ain't my job to make you happy. We're not talking about self-esteem. That's not your job. right? But happiness, you know what I'm saying? Happiness, togetherness, that is a collective. That is the responsibility of all parties involved. So if you're taking the time to kick back and be like, nah, I ain't worried about that. You go ahead. I'm good on that happiness shit. You go ahead and get happy if you need to get happy by your damn self. Shit, I ain't here to make you happy now. I'm here to give you some of this penis, you know what I'm saying, when you feel the need. I'm here to give you some vagina when you feel the need, but I ain't here to make you happy now. So you're here to make them come, but you ain't here to make them happy. You're here to stress them out, but you ain't here to make them happy. You're here to get them pregnant and have babies, but you ain't here to make them happy. I'm kind of confused about the message, Will. I'm kind of confused. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, I am coming. I appreciate you, brother. I'm confused. Matter of fact, I need you to take Will Smith wave cap off. That boy know he funny. Hey, I'm just saying I'm confused because you send this message out to other black men and to men in general. It's like, hey, I'm not responsible for making you happy. And my thought process is, well, when you chose that woman and you decided I want to be with you, I want to reproduce and create with you, I want to marry you, then you do take on that responsibility. I can see if you just meet at the club. I can see if you, shout out to Lisa D, I see you. Keisha, I see you. Keiko, I see you. When you decide to pursue a woman, you are telling that woman that you are willing to try to make her happy. You are willing to commit and to be consistent to make her happy. Wait a minute, ladies, before you get too hyped. Sit down. Sit down. Listen. When you accept that man pursuing you or vice versa, and you guys become one, you guys become a team, a partnership, a union, whatever it is, whatever verbiage you want to use. You know how people, I'm in a whatever you want to use. When you guys decide to be together, it is your responsibility to make sure that the person that you with is happy. It is your responsibility to help with that happiness, to assist with that happiness. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get confused, because a lot of people, when celebrities say something, that must be the only way. They must be totally right because they got millions of dollars and they got all of this status. That's why it takes someone that is at a level where, you know what, I can see it. I'm not rich, but I ain't poor. You know what I'm saying? And to pull everybody in and be like, man, listen. If the person that you are with is not concerned with your happiness and trying to help and support that happiness, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be by yourself. That's tough love for your ass. If a woman stands in front of me, sits in front of me, I don't care what, you listen. If she tell me I ain't responsible for your happiness, you will see me leaving. I'm going to tell my daughters, listen, if a man tells you I ain't responsible for your happiness, I'm going to tell them, leave. I think you better leave. Leave. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's late, right? But I'm telling you right now, if a man or woman has the audacity to be in a relationship with you and tell you that they're not responsible for supporting your happiness, they're not responsible for making sure that you're happy, then they don't give a damn about you. Will Smith indirectly said, you cool, but I ain't really for you like that. You ain't really my cup of tea. But I'm gonna rock out. I'm gonna do whatever it is that we're doing, but I'm really doing me. That is two single people trying to be together and I guess work towards a goal. And that's fine. But there's something called one night stands. Will Smith is in a continuous, extended one night stand. He's in an extended one night stand. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you be in an extended one night stand. Find someone who wants to build with you. They ain't gotta be rich. They ain't gotta. I hope they ain't poor. But the fact of the matter is, find someone who has a mind state of I am happy with my life and I'm trying to do more. I'm not going to get with you and get lazy. I'm not going to get with you and get disrespectful. I'm not going to get with you while you're leveling up, while you're trying to travel, while you're trying to become an entrepreneur, while you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to fix your credit. You're talking about positive stuff. You're trying to think more positive, eat more positive. You're trying to get your spirituality right. You're trying to say, you know what? I'm trying to build great relationships and network. You can't get with somebody who ain't on that level. They ain't responsible for your happiness. Well, what else you ain't responsible for? Shit. What else will you not do? What else can I not expect from you? Damn. Life, love, and happiness. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Y'all about to make me wake up my kid. Life, love, and happiness. You telling me take the happiness out. Can you imagine? Motherfucker, can you imagine motherfucker tell me, oh, life, love, and happiness. Take the happiness part out. We ain't got nothing to do with happiness. I give you some love in there now and then, and we living our life, but it ain't got nothing to do with happiness. You just slipped and bumped your goddamn head, didn't you? You got me fucked up. You got me messed up a little bit, player. I don't know who you've been listening to Will Smith and Jada, didn't you? Okay, yeah, I don't listen to them. I don't listen to them. I don't let celebrities tell me about my love life or what I should choose to do, etc. So I don't, because they are part of a whole different another spectrum. I'm just saying. That's crazy as shit. Raz Girl, that's crazy as shit. Lisa D, that's crazy as shit. All Hot Air, it's crazy as shit. Can you imagine that shit? A woman meeting me talking about, yeah, how big is it? Let me see. Okay, all right, you got a little print right there, Playboy. Okay. But I ain't responsible for your happiness. I just want to let you know. I'm sorry, what you... I was like, smack a bitch, say what? Smack a bitch, say what? I can't hear you. What you say? What the... Oh, can you imagine that? I wish my daughter would... Listen. I wish my daughter would bring a knucklehead to the crib. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Yeah, how you doing? What's up? You know, dads don't always... What's up? What you doing over here anyway? Why she bring you over here? Yeah, sir. I dating your daughter or whatever. But I just want to let you know. Now I'm gonna give her the penis, but I ain't gonna be responsible for her happiness. What the fuck? What? What? Listen, I'm gonna be like, bruh, you got about 3 seconds to get out of here, and 2 of the seconds is gone. What? Is you crazy? Man, I listened to Will Smith. I had to rewind that shit and listen to it again. I said, this guy is saying, I'm not responsible. Me and Jada sat down and, we decided that I ain't responsible for her happiness. I'm responsible for making her laugh. Nigga, bruh, I almost called him out. If you feel as a husband that you are not responsible for your wife's happiness, you failed already. You as the mother and the father, you set the tone for the household. Now here's the thing, whatever your responsibilities that you decide need to be handled in regards to, okay, well, I'm going to cover the bills and, or I'm going to do this, or however you set up your household, salute to you. I'm not here to tell you how to do that. My thought process is all parties involved are responsible for the harmony of that household, to keep that house functioning. So when you got a motherfucker who decides to say, well, I ain't worried about the happiness, that's on y'all. I think I'll just go ahead and eat me a TV dinner. What time the game come on? Yep. Ain't worried about nobody's happiness up in this motherfucker. Whew, that's too much. Whew. How can a grown man worry about another person's happiness? How can a woman worry about somebody's happiness? It says in the Bible in Hell No, Corinthians 4:5-6 that your happiness is your own self. Your self-worth is you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna do me. Did you slip and bump your goddamn? I'm just saying that, but I couldn't imagine somebody telling me that they're not responsible for my happiness. I'm just saying, aren't we together? Didn't we ride in the same car? I just gassed up to come here. Like, why the fuck? Why? If that's the case, you should have took an Uber. If you're not responsible for no happiness, come on, man. Shit, man, come on. I'm just saying. Black is Black says Will Smith's success carries Jada and the entire family. He gives her that petty red table limelight. I agree. Jada Smith has definitely build her. She built a fan base before she got with Will, but we do know that Will is the international star. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I believe she needed something to kind of branch out and kind of get her own thing. So that's why the Red Table Talk was so interesting. I mean, she is a very good conversationalist. Her children, you know what I'm saying, Jada and Willow, you know, they're good too at conversating or whatever. And Will, of course, is a phenomenal guy who can conversate as well. So, you know, salute to them. They have this recipe for, they have a certain type of energy about them. You know what I'm saying? Um, and since I'm not on the inside of the household, I really don't know what, you know, what type of the conversations go on in. I just know what's being presented to the public, and I just would think that uh, Jada Pinkett Smith would be more responsible with the information that she pushes out. And I saw that she tweeted out, like, you know, it's the tabloid, you know, kind of spinning that she never said that, you know, Will was, you know, their sex life was weak or whack or whatever case may be. So it could be, you know. I just think that, you know, and that's one of those, that's when it goes back to holding people accountable and making sure that what your message, what you're saying, you say it right the first time. Because I think that's one of those situations. You know that you are a public speaker, you know, you are a celebrity, and when you go out there, well, Uncle Stu said, I need to clip that last part. I'm in tears. We leave her up, but no other way. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Do what you got to do, Uncle Stu. Do what you got to do, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. You know, I should be going to sleep, man. I got to get my daughter up tomorrow, and she had a little Halloween. Actually, both of my daughters, they got Halloween parties or whatever tomorrow, so I gotta get them dressed and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting. You know, it's gonna be interesting, for real. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. But like I said, Will and Jada, man, it's they're a phenomenal couple. I just think that some of the some of the direction that they say works for them, I don't think is realistic for average people. I think that if I walk into a situation and I tell a woman, I look them in the eyes and I say, well, baby girl, I'm not responsible for your happiness. That's on you. Prior to a woman getting with a man, prior to a man getting with a woman, there are individual responsibilities. The upkeep of self, paying your bills, right? Worrying about your physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual fitness. All of those things are self, which is your responsibility, your upkeep. When you take it upon self to say, I want to add more to the equation. I want to add more to the equation. When you do that, you take on other responsibilities. If you don't take on those responsibilities, then you've never really played your part. You never really done your role. So therefore, that's when you're going to have someone say, hey, well, you never supported me. You never worried about me. You never cared about me. You know, we were just having sex. We were just living in that house, or we was just going here. We wasn't really together. We wasn't on the same sheet of music, on the same plateau. We was heading in a direction, but really we was separating, going in those directions. I can see Will and Jada Smith being two individuals in a collective household, raising their family. I definitely can see it, and I'm glad that he put it out there because there's a lot of people who are doing such things. But the fact of the matter is, when you get to a point where you start to say things like, I'm not responsible for your happiness, when you give up on a relationship, when you decide that enough's enough, when you stop making excuses, when you said, you know, you've disrespected my time, you've disrespected my energy, you've taken for granted who I am, and you forgot my worth. I can see you saying, I'm not worried about your happiness. I can see that. That's from a person who's given up on a relationship. Not for someone who cares about the relationship, because in the sense of caring about the relationship, of course you're caring about their happiness. If they're not happy, how can you be happy? How can you be in a house living la vida loca? She was Boy, I used to boy, listen. You living your best life, right? But they over there like this. But you like da 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 da. Like what the what type of house? I'm just saying, what type of house? Can you imagine that? Somebody dating you and you are just sad and depressed and they just happy and go lucky. I don't see how that would work. That's it, and it's almost like you would have to have a big enough house where the east wing I shall be, the west wing I shall be, because ain't no way in hell you staying in a 1-bedroom apartment and you just da 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 da, and I'm gonna be like, when I'm in high spirits, I don't want to be around no Debbie Downers. And when I'm feeling a certain type of way, I damn sure don't want to be around nobody in high spirits. You guys have to be connected. You guys have to talk. I'm not saying everything needs to be perfect, but when you stop communicating with people, shit get hectic. Shit get drastic. When you stop communicating, ooh, that's a nasty feeling, bruh. Whew. That's a nasty feeling. You know what? I was pissed off at a woman and she told me, oh, we still gonna have sex. I was like, bullshit. Not today. Not on the hairs of my chinny chin chin. You ain't getting none of this penis. No, you not, ma'am. No, you not. You better take out that rabbit, that rose, whatever you got, whatever you brought. I heard you the other night. I heard you using it. I wanted to come in, but I was pissed off. But I listened. I was ear hustling. I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you doing a certain position, you could be mad. But I just like, you can't stand to look at a motherfucker. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to even look at you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm just saying, man. This shit's crazy. You denied the D, bro. You got to deny the D, bro. You lucky I ain't got no son, because I'll be like, hey, bro, you better deny the D. Deny the D. Do not do it, bro. You mad. Stay mad. She be like, oh, I just put on this lingerie. I didn't tell you to put on no goddamn lingerie, did I? I did not tell you to put on no lingerie, did I? I'm about to go watch South Park. I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time for you. For real. Got to deny the D. What happened to makeup sex? Bro, we got to the makeup sex. I'm just saying, it's just like, you know, some people feel like, you know, and you know, I dated a woman who liked to argue. And me personally, I don't like to keep on going over the same shit. It's like, let's talk about it, let's provide a solution, and let's move forward. But it's like, oh, let me remind you. Not want to be, let me remind you. I'm like, first of all, you ain't got to remind me of nothing. Stop it, okay? I don't want to hear it, okay? I got shit on my mind already, okay? I ain't responsible for your happiness, okay? I'm about to pull a Will Smith. I'm gonna try that one day. I ain't responsible for your happiness. Y'all gonna see me do a live with a black eye and shit. I told her I wasn't responsible for her happiness, and this is what happened. Shit is crazy. Imagine me telling my daughter's mother, I ain't responsible for no happiness now. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. For real. That shit is crazy, man. Y'all don't say that shit, man. Y'all do not say that bullshit, okay? Do not tell people. Will Smith could get away with it because he's a multi-millionaire. He's A-list celebrity. You know what I'm saying? He'll always be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Boom, great resume. But that shit that he said, bruh, that is coming from a broken motherfucker. I don't care. I don't care. No. I don't care. That is coming from a broken mental, no, bro, no. If you doing all of this, oh, I told her to go be happy, I'm gonna be happy, and we gonna be under the same roof. Y'all are two individuals. Y'all are two one-night standers staying under the same roof. Hey, you feel like doing something tonight? You don't? Okay, no problem. What's up, Sheila? You good? Yeah, I'm about to be over there in a minute. You gonna fry them chicken wings? Lemon pepper? Okay. Hey, let's lemon this time because the last time my jaw was locking up and shit. Hold on. Hey, Jada, you straight? Okay, I'm not coming back tonight. You good though? We got that lunch meet up in there. You gonna fix your sandwich? Okay, August coming over. Okay, cool. Okay, hey, listen, tell him this time don't drink up all the Kool-Aid. Last time he drank up the Kool-Aid, left the container inside the damn refrigerator. We know we don't do that up in the Smith house. We don't do that in the Smith house. Okay, yeah, I'm on my way, Sheila. Okay, yeah. I make the wings. Drumsticks. I don't like flats. Drumsticks. You ain't got drumsticks. You only got flats. Okay, all right. So you know what you got to do, right? Because I ain't responsible for your happiness. I'm just saying. Let me stop messing with you. I'm just saying, man, this shit's crazy, man. The shit that I be hearing on social media, man. And people be taking that shit to heart, bruh. Uncle Stu, I'm just saying, people be taking the shit that they hear, like they take it so serious to the point where they start treating their lovers and their family members and their enemies like what they see on social media. And that shit don't be working in real life. That shit don't be working in real life. And I try to provide a realistic perspective. Like, it sound cool. It look cool. Like, I wouldn't take no relationship advice from Hassan Campbell. And it was so crazy about it because I'm really saying I wouldn't really take no relationship advice from no celebrity, that is, especially Will Smith, who's telling me it is better that I live my individual life with my wife. So why am I getting married then? Why get married if I'm just going to be an individual? Because it sound good, I got married. Okay, let me check that off. I done had some kids. Okay, let me check that off. So no wonder Jada Smith is saying, you know what I'm saying, shit, I had to go find my happiness. I had to go get me some extra meat. Some salami. some chicken breast. I had to go get me some extra. No, I mean, hey, if that's the way it worked, man. If that worked, I mean, that's the way it worked. You dig? You know what I'm saying? I believe that to be true, but it goes both ways. It always goes both ways, David. You right, man. Listen, everything that I'm saying, man, like I said, over here we try to be fair and impartial. I truly believe that there are some phenomenal men and women out there, but I do believe that there's some dirtbags out there. There's some bitter ass men, bitter ass women, vindictive ass men, vindictive ass women that are doing anything and saying anything so they can get over on the next person or whatever. So every time they tell their stories, I don't know what Jada Pinkett Smith reasoning is for airing out Will Smith the way she does. And it's like, I don't know if it's to stay relevant. I don't know if they sit back and they say, you know what? Hey, Will, check this out. They about to move me from A-list to B-list. Okay? They about to move me from A-list celebrity to B-list. I need to do something. Bruh, listen, I need to do, listen. You responsible for my happiness. You know that, right? You know that, right? I let you go with them damn chicken wings the other day, okay? Listen, I need to do something that's going to really shock. I need to send some waves. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to go and I'm about to do an interview at the red table and I'm about to tell them, hold on, don't get mad. Don't get mad. You know you got a temper. Man in black. And I ain't talking about Look, I ain't talking about aliens. I'm talking about the 5-0, the police. You know, black people in police. You don't want them problems. Okay, check this out. Shut up. Shut up. Shh. I'm about to tell him you bad and bad. Will, stop, Will, stop. And Will be like, all right, go ahead, tell him. Go ahead, tell him. I'm gonna get his shit 48 hours. You better get your clout from 48 hours. You get your. So she come like, yeah, Will Smith, bad in bed. Oh shit, she just went viral. She's going viral. You know what I mean? These people in Hollywood, man, people do anything, bro, for attention, man. They say anything, and something like that would definitely go viral. And sure enough, it went viral. So it could be all a plan. Hell, people could be doing shit. Like I've seen YouTubers who I feel like they're working together, but say that they're beefing. Like if you sit back, you be like, you'll see this person beefing with this person, right? Right? And you'll say, like, by now, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody should have got shot by now. But it's like, okay, we're going to continue to do video. We're going to get, bro, y'all can't tell me y'all ain't working together. Y'all can't tell me y'all ain't working. I don't care if it was 2 babies in a daycare. By now, they would have got to fighting, okay? By now, I ain't going to keep on talking and, no, I'm on your ass. For real. I'm just saying. Facts. Budget with Shelly's. We gonna go viral, baby. Is you riding or no? Cause you responsible for my happiness. And Will saying, well, I'm gonna do something too, right? If you gonna say that shit, I'm gonna say some shit too. I'm gonna say I ain't responsible for your happiness. I can imagine these motherfuckers sitting around, fuck the red table. I can imagine when the cameras is off, like, okay, what can we do to stay relevant as a family? Okay, you gonna say you gay, and you gonna say you gay. Okay, so the kids is gay, both gay kids. Okay, cool. All right. Grandmama, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do a goddamn thing because you don't play them games. Okay, got it. All right. I ain't responsible for your happiness. Shut the hell up. Okay, Jada, what we gonna do? Okay, I'm bad in bed and I ain't responsible for your happiness. Okay, ready? Smiths on three. Ready? Break. I bet you that's what they doing. I bet you that's what they did. Y'all. I bet you that's what they did. I can't wait to one of the kids be like, yes, we used to sit down every Thursday and Friday, and we used to talk about game plans for social media. Come on, man. You know how them kids is. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way in hell Jaden would ever be a Will. There's no way in hell. They don't have the background. And Jaden is like, I don't know, he just kind of got this. To me, Jaden and Will, not Jaden and Willow, they're kind of like, if he was a girl, that would be him. And if she was a boy, that would be her. Like, I don't know, they kind of like, to me, they're kind of the same or whatever. Maybe I'm kind of looking at it wrong or whatever, but they kind of like, I don't know, emulate each other. Like, yeah, let me wear your clothes, you wear my clothes. Like it. I appreciate that, Lisa D. You've been riding hard. And I got a special treat for everybody that's kind of brought that level up package or whatever case to be. I got a special treat coming for you guys. So just stay tuned or whatever case may be. Man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. We've been in here rocking for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Bad marriage for life. Yeah, I remember that when they said that. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say, hey, that's relationship goals. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be toxic together. We're going to be narcissists together, and I get it, man, But I would tell you that if you are in a relationship, try to keep it spicy, try to keep it spontaneous, and try to keep people out your business. That is my number one pet peeve when you're dealing with someone and it's almost like they accept other people into the relationship. So it's not necessarily that you're just dealing with them. You're dealing with everybody that they brung into the relationship. That is so unattractive to me. That is so man. Listen, I don't care if you're a woman or you're a man. That has to be an unattractive, distasteful feeling to know that, oh well, your friends can tell you anything and you'll believe your friends over me or give your friends the benefit of doubt. I think that you should be by yourself. I think that you and your friends should be in a relationship away from me. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And it's vice versa. If I have a homeboy and my homeboy is always like, your girl this, your girl, bro, don't say nothing about my girl. Don't try to continuously take shots at her as if I'm going to let that shit fly. You see what I'm saying? Because what type of man would I be? So I just feel like people be in these situations where they constantly let people take shots at the person that they with. They constantly getting information talking about they heard this or they heard that. I'm like, bro, if you got so much time to listen to them, go be with them. Go that way. And I'm going to encourage my daughters not to be in relationships with men who want to keep up nonsense, who want to keep up drama, who want to say, I heard this and I heard that. Like, bro, whatever you heard, I don't give a shit about. It's supposed to be about us. And the thought process is this. I have deliberately been in situations. Let me have a heart to heart with you guys right quick. I have deliberately been in situations where a woman would tell me one of her friends or one of these other females heard something. Then come to find out that the female that was telling you what she heard made up what she heard because she wanted to get next to me. So now you've been running around. So now when that situation dissolves, like you and I are no more, and you find out that your friend now in my DM, or your friend is now texting me, or your friend is now coming by my house. Now you was like, oh, I should have listened to you. I ain't responsible for your happiness. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't get caught up in that situation or whatever. If they are not smart enough to realize that they're in a relationship with you and they should not be adding other people, then you shouldn't be with them. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your effort. You're wasting your finances. You're wasting your brain cells trying to figure out, well, how can I prove to you? That is the worst type of relationship. Jesus Christ. Continuously saying, I need to prove to you that I'm this or that or this and this. Bruh, I ain't got the time for it. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. That's probably gonna be a whole nother live, man. Like, you shouldn't have to continuously prove to anybody a motherfucking thing. You the same person that you come into the relationship as, right? The same person that they accepted, the same person that they said, you know what? Yes, you are the one. They can't forget that you are the one. They can't forget that you've already won them over. Because you're going to be you. You're going to know your worth. You're going to be the consistent, the loyal, the trustworthy. You're going to be all of those things or whatever. But what happens is when you have other people, outside entities, remember what I said earlier, misery loves company. You ain't getting good penis every night. You ain't getting good vagina every night. What y'all mean? Y'all building something? Hell to the nizzle. What you mean he responsible for your happiness? Hell no. Let me throw some salt. Girl, I just seen that dude at the pool with Sharisa and them. Yep. Oh, you seen him at the pool with Sharisa and them last week. What day was that? Friday? Okay. Because he was at the job with me Friday, helping me move into my new office. So how did you see him? I can't, my stomach, y'all. I can't, man. I'm telling y'all, be surprised, man. I'd be surprised, especially my soldiers in the military. But I used to sit down and listen to some stories. College, I used to sit down and see some. I used to be like, this shit crazy. So now at the age I am right now, man, I really do understand human behavior. I really do understand that there are some phenomenal people, but there are some people out there that are jacked up. That are jacked up and will say and do anything to get a win. You know what I'm saying? Even if there's kids involved, they don't care. Even if it's with other family members, they don't care. If it was friends or communities, people will say and do anything to get a win or to be relevant in your life. You know what I'm saying? Says, I'm a former Marine. Salute to you, Devil Dog. Salute to you, Devil Dog. That's what's up. Salute to you. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to everybody in the chat room. Please, if you're a content creator, please feel free to drop the link to your page. Tell people a little bit about it. Hey, it's about finances, personal relationships, etc., whatever it is or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that support the military. It's definitely good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And I definitely appreciate our first responders. And even if you ain't none of that, first responder or military, you're just out there trying to live your best life. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. Salute to you. Continue to try to be as positive as you can. Again, I appreciate you guys. I'm about to get out of here and go to sleep. Pretty Women in Classic Car says Will Smith just needs to go ahead and get and divorce Jada and make himself happy. I don't think he's going to divorce her. I think he's grown accustomed to her. Do you guys remember like your grandparents, like they used to like they used to kind of be at discord all the time, or used to be kind of fussing or whatever. They kind of grew old but on each other. They grew old but on each other. Like, hey, I'm gonna fuss about, hey, why it's so damn hot in this house? This goddamn house so goddamn hot. Boy, you better shut the hell up. You know this house was hot for 30 years. So they grew old but on each other. They got used to each other. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I hate you, but I ain't gonna leave you. Come here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's an unspoken situation. It's almost like what's understood doesn't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect, but we gonna rock out together. We're not at our best. You know, I'm fucked up, you fucked up, but we're not so messed up that we don't realize that there is something credible about the person that we're with. You see what I'm saying? Like, you'll hear a lot of older couples say, you know what, oh, woo, that sweet potato pie she make, woo. And they credit her, you know what I'm saying? They credit them for that. Or they, oh, he's the greatest mechanic on in the neighborhood. Like they do their that's their way of validating their mate. Just simplistic stuff. Just not nothing major or whatever. Just simplistic stuff. And the issue is right now, we don't find, especially in today's society with the dating values that's going around, the simplistic stuff don't matter. Like, we don't value simplistic stuff. We don't value good conversation, or should I say some don't value good conversation. Some don't value your time. They don't value the simple things that you bring to the equation. And that's why I said it's very difficult to get with someone who is very materialistic when you're not. It's very difficult to get with someone that's very active and you're not. It's not as simplistic as it once was. It's not as simplistic. Hell, kids nowadays, they get married, the parents don't even know about it, and then just show up at the house. That's my husband. That's your what? I couldn't, what? Smack a bitch say what? Smack the shit, what? What? So it's not as family oriented as it once was. It's not, let me get the permission from the elders or let me learn from the elders. It's like the elders nowadays, shit, they 5 years apart. Shit. The grandma 30, the mama 25, and the goddamn daughter 15. Like, it's not no wide margin and gap. And when you don't have that wide margin and gap, that means everybody is growing up in the same generation and learning the same bullshit. You got hot girls and savages. You don't have women and wives. You got dons and players. You don't have men and husbands. So it's different now. It's a different conversation now. So that's why, you have platforms like this that says, well, let's pull in all of the shit that they said, would be difficult to talk about, that we would never, ever sit down on one platform and talk about or whatever. I'm not bashing Jada Smith. I don't know what the fuck causes her to do the things that she does. I don't know what causes Will to do the things that he does. I just know that there's a conversation that needs to be had, and people may find it difficult, especially when you have men and women. Ladies and gentlemen, you should be proud of yourselves. I know it's like, oh well, I be in everybody's comment section, I be on everybody's page, but it's a different conversation right now. It's a different conversation. It's a different energy. If you guys sit back and you say, well, let me, you know what I'm saying, take this drive, or let me just be sitting here just chilling or whatever, play this back. I think it has playback value. And listen to what was said and how it was said or whatever case may be. It's going to make you think. Read the comments. It's going to make you think. Do you want to be the person that tells someone, I am not responsible for your happiness, even though you're living in the same household, you have the same last name, you both have wedding rings, you have children? You are working against the grain, sir. You are working against the grain, ma'am. There is no reason to be in a family setting if you're not responsible for the family's happiness. That's just me. I'm about to get up out of here. I got to wake up, get her ready for school or whatever, get her this uniform on, this little Halloween costume or whatever. Hey, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me, man. This is Tough Love. I'm Mario J. Until next time, I normally say adult up, but I'm going to say, if you love someone enough to be with them and to marry them and to give them your time and your energy and effort, then you also should be responsible for their happiness in supporting that. Peace. Good night.